Hi everyone. Alright, I'm finally able to do this. This is my deck, I guess my deck profile for my Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. I think I'm like about 3 weeks or 4 weeks late for doing this. I think it's about 3 weeks or so late. Sorry. Been pretty busy with life and work. Really tired as well, so finally got time to sit down and do this. Although I'm kinda tired now, but I'm less tired than usual. Anyway, enough ranting. Yes, I'm finally down on doing this deck profile. Do take note though. This deck currently it's tuned to play with my regular play group, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's a little bit like not fully competitive, if that makes sense. It's tuned. It's like mostly tuned to play with my current playgroup. So I do take that in mind when going through my deck list. When I'm going through my deck list, so you know. Okay, so I think it's not much different from the regular competitive ones, though. Probably. Anyway, so the first card in my deck will be the White Stone of the Ancients. Yeah, how do I do this? Alright, the first card in my deck would be the White Stone of the Ancients. Just one copy of it. My deck is a 40 card deck. It's exactly 40 cards. So I try to keep it at 40. I know many people will be like, no, we should probably play like 42, 44, that kind of thing. But no, I'm keeping it at 44. This deck is mainly monsters. There's quite a number of spells as well. There's a couple of trap. But anyway, one White Stone of the Ancients. I believe it's the Ancients. Legend is the other one. Yeah, this White Stone of the Ancients. Just one copy. And one copy of, I believe this is the Sage. No, it's not the Sage. This is the Priest. I'm not sure. It's one of the Sage Priest characters of Eyes of Blue. Just one copy. Very unfortunate thing, this card has not been reprinted ever since SHIV, which is Shining Victories, I believe. So it's a bit hard to come by, especially for the OCG. I'm not sure about the TCG. I have two copies of the Sage of Eyes of Blue. I know his name is Sage. That because I haven't used, like, you don't run this at all in the past until now you can run one copy because of the new support. So two Sage of the Eyes of Blue. Maybe can play three, can bump up to three, but at the moment I'm only running two. I have two copies of Effects Veiler, can bump up to three as well, but currently I'm only running two. I'm running three copies of this Maiden of White, I believe that's her name. It's no longer the Maiden of Eyes of Blue, but this Maiden of White. One of the key cards in this deck, right? So I'm sure most of you know, but okay, let me just quickly go through. Hang on. Yeah, let me just quickly go through like this stuff here. So Stone of the Ancients is pretty self-explanatory. It's an old card, sent to grave. You can end of turn when that this card is sent to the grave. You can special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your deck. Second effect is you can banish this card from your grave, and you may target a Blue Eyes monster in your grave and then add it to your hand on resolution. And then for the priest, when he's normal summoned, I believe. Yes, when he's normal summoned, from your grave, target a level 1 light tuner monster, and then add it to your hand. And then you may banish this card from your grave, and then target a monster on your field. Oh, sorry, you may return this card from your grave to the deck, and then target a monster on your own field, and then send that monster to the grave. And then other than that sent monster, you may special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your grave. So, let's say for example, this is a random mass monster on my field. This card's in my deck. He's in my grave. I return him to my deck. Target this resolution. This gets sent to the grave, and I special summon a Blue Eyes monster from my grave. But do take note. Is it on resolution? Yes, it's on resolution. Yeah, on resolution you send. Yeah. So, do take note. If the monster you sent is like, let's just pretend this is a Blue Eyes White Dragon. Do take note that you use as effect if you target this Blue Eye, just pretending this is Blue Eyes, returning these to the deck, and you send these to the grave, you cannot summon the same card you sent to the grave. You must summon a separate entity. It can be a Blue Eyes White Dragon, so the monster you got in a Blue Eye. Yeah, it can be a Blue Eyes. So if you send this Blue Eyes White Dragon to the grave, you may summon another Blue Eyes. They have to be a separate entity. Just that you cannot specifically summon back the one that you sent to the grave. I'm not sure if I explained that properly. Sage with the Eyes of Blue. Extremely useful card. It has... yeah, it has 2 effects, which I... hang on, Ichidan Ishido... Yes, so... the first effect is not once per turn. It's not... okay, the first effect is soft once per turn. The second effect is hard once per turn, which means you can only use his effect, the named effect, once per turn. But the soft once per turn is a normal summon effect. Basically, when this card is normal summon, you may add a level 1 light tuner, I believe. Yes, other than himself. You may add a level 1 light tuner from your deck to your hand. So when normal summon this, you can add any of this card here. Other than himself, so I'm gonna cover this one. You can add, when you normal summon this card, you can add anything shown here to your hand. When you normal summon this, you can add Effect Veiler as well. So which is why you have Effect Veiler in this deck. So in case your hand is already pretty decked out and stuff, you can add a hand trap to your hand. So his second effect is you can discard this card from your hand, target a monster on the field. On resolution, send that monster to the grave, and then special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your deck. A very powerful effect as well, which generally combos with this. So I'm not gonna go through Effect Veiler because Effect Veiler has no combo. It's Effect Veiler. So this card has 3 effects, yes, and it's all once per turn. So you can use all of them once per turn. Extremely powerful card from the new starter deck. This card really makes a deck pop off. So basically what this does is you may send this card on the field or from the hand. Do take note, from field or from hand, you may send this to the grave, and then from your deck you special summon. I'm stupid. From your deck you put the True Light continuous trap. So you send this to the grave. From your field or your hand you can discard. Basically from your hand you drop it, or from the field you just send it. Of course declaring the effect, and then on resolution, a copy of this from your graveyard or from your deck, directly just put it onto the field directly face up. I believe it doesn't say activate it face up. Let me just double check. Yes, it just says places it face up. So it doesn't have the word activate, it's just place it face up on the field. So really strong from hand. Okay, you can put from hand deck. So if this card is in your hand, so for example she's here, you send her then to the grave, and then if this card is in your hand, in your deck, or already in your grave, you may just put face up back to the field. So it's just why kind of you need to run 1 copy of this True Light. We'll get to that later. Old card, probably don't really have to explain much about it, but I'll just go through it later just in case. But that card is a key card, and this card is a very key card as well, the Maiden of White. Second effect is if this card is already in the grave, it has to be in the grave. And then when you special summon the OG Blue Eyes White Dragon, the original, level 8, Kaiba's favorite monster, the non-effect version, basically just Blue Eyes White Dragon. If you summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon, I think you have to special summon. Yes, when you special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon. So I guess, by name Blue Eyes White Dragon, so Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon counts, I guess. I might be wrong, someone correct me on that. Because Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon's name is Blue Eyes White Dragon on field and in grave. So when you special summon him, I think her effect triggers as well. What else? Yeah, that's the only 2 cards, I guess, that has the OG Blue Eyes White Dragon as the name. So yep, when you special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon from your when you just special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon, regardless from where, her effect will activate, and on resolution she will special her. I can't. What? Am I having a stroke now? On resolution, she can special summon herself back to the field in any position you want, I believe. Yes, and her effects are not negated, so you just summon a Blue Eyes and she'll just come back. And then you can send her to the grave and activate, not activate, you can place a True Light from your deck or wherever to the field. Yeah, so very, very versatile card, and it's a level 1 tuner. And then when this card is targeted for an attack or for an effect, in the same chain, I believe, yes, Toki ni Hatsudo Deki. So in the same chain, when she's targeted for attack or an effect, you may special summon a Blue Eyes. Nope, you have to summon specifically Blue Eyes White Dragon or a level 1 light tuner from your grave. So when she's targeted, on resolution, summon a Blue Eyes. or summon a level 1 light tuner from your grave. Yeah, you have to be from the grave. So she can bring back these as well, or a blue eyes white dragon. Sorry if my explanation is a little bit off. Like I said, a little bit tired, so I might sound like having a stroke because I can't speak properly right now. But anyway, yeah. So this is about it. Any questions you guys want to ask? Just feel free to ask in the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer when I can. So yep, this basically the key cards will be generally I will say it will be these, and then this kinda is a kind of a recursion for you if you repeat some of the effects. And then I guess these you can honestly not play this anymore in this deck right now. I'm just having it in there for the flavor because I've played this for the longest time and it's still in there. And with my current play group, it's still fine. Competitive wise, you really want to bring this deck in a competitive environment, maybe reduce this and increase this by 1 or increase this by 1. So there's that. So yep, that's all for the level 1 light tuner monsters. Let me just put it here. No, let's put it in the stack here. There are other monsters, obviously. So we're moving on to the other hand traps. We are in the OCG region, so this is pretty stable as of now. 2 Maxx because it's semi-limited recently, and 3 Ash Blossom. Very exciting, yes, I know. Riveting. That's it, just 2 Maxx and 3 Ash Blossoms. I know the competitive decks have other hand traps, like monster-based hand traps. I believe they play Joe and Lockbird. Fuaros, I think it's his name. The one, the new Maxi, right? But yeah, as of right now, like I said, I tuned this deck to play my playgroup. I do not need those, so it is what it is. But 2 Maxis and 3 Ash Blossom. And then, anyway, moving on to the non-hand trap stuff. We've got 3 Neo Kaiser Seahorse. This is the new, hence the name Neo Kaiser Seahorse. So yeah, Neo is new. The Kaiser Seahorse retrain, right? So basically, this is a pretty strong card as well, although I would say it's a little bit clunky at times, in the sense that this can't be searched. It's kind of annoying that this can't be searched, but if this can be searched, it's kind of scary. Maybe there's a way to search it, maybe I'm just not doing it right, but at the moment, to my knowledge at least, this can't be searched in my build. Like I said, unless I'm doing something wrong, and this is searchable, then let me know in the comments. But yeah, so this card, very strong. If you have I think specifically, it has to be, if you have on your field specifically the Blue Eyes White Dragon in name monster on the field, you may special summon this card from your hand. So you can SP in defense or SP in attack, up to you. And then, very simply, his second effect is you may target a monster on a, I think you can target a light, it has to target a light tuner, yeah. You may target a light tuner on your field and reduce its level by 1. Oh, interesting enough, it can reduce or increase its level by 1. Yeah, interesting choice to increase by 1, 5 and 1, I don't know. But yeah, it's either increase or reduce its level by 1. And then, yeah, that's it. It's generally for you to do, so you can SP this. I mean, if you have both of these on your board, you can reduce level by 1, so it goes to 3, then 3 plus 1 is 4, and 4 plus a level 8 Blue Eyes White Dragon or Blue Eyes monster would be like, you get a level 12 and you can summon a new Spirit Dragon, the Ultimate Spirit Dragon, which we'll get to, basically this guy. Because he does require he requires two tuners, so yep. So his level up down effect is basically for that. And then his last effect, which is arguably the effect that you probably use the most, or for me at least I use it the most, is when this card is sent to the grave, you may send a card from your deck. I don't think from your hand, specifically has to be from the deck. Yes. You may send a monster other than himself from your deck to the grave that has the name Blue Eyes White Dragon or a Blue Eyes specifically a Blue Eyes monster or a monster that has the text. Yeah, a monster that has the text mentioning Blue Eyes White Dragon to the grave. So you cannot send this. This is, funnily enough, this doesn't mention Blue Eyes White Dragon in the text at all. So this, you cannot send this. But everything else here you can send. Of course, not the effect veiler. Obviously, you can't send this as well. But yeah, basically you can send any of this except for the effect veiler and the stone. yeah, you can send any of those to the grave and then just do whatever you need from there. Because I've had instances where I do not have any of the other starters in my hand, so I only have this guy in my hand. I mean, I have other stuff, but I do not have like Sage. Don't have. He's not really a starter, but you get what I mean. I do not have Sage. I do not have. He won't help as well. No, so basically, yeah, there's a lot of non-starters. Because if you have this in your hand, you technically have a starter for your combos. This is definitely a combo. This is the most important piece in your deck. And like, you don't have this in your hand, so but you have him in your hand, right? So what you can do is you normal summon him, you link him away. I think I'll get into the combos later, but yeah, let's just say he helps you with that. I'll get into the combos later. Just quickly showing you guys the monsters in my deck first. So 3 of this. Just know that this helps you get certain things going. Yeah, which I'll get to in a bit once I go through the entire deck. So we're moving on directly to level 8 monsters. That we jumped from 4 to 8 because of Blue Eyes. 1 copy of Jet Dragon, 1 copy of Abyss Dragon. Both are Blue Eyes monster. But Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. I'm just calling them by their non-Blue Eyes name because it'd be too long. Yeah, Jet Dragon and then Abyss Dragon. Abyss Dragon is optional, I believe. I don't think everyone runs that. I do because, like I said, I will just keep repeating it. This deck is tuned to play with my play group, so I have this in my deck. But I think Jet Dragon is compulsory in every deck. Blue Eyes deck, I think everyone runs 1 copy of it at the very minimum. I don't need to play more than 1 anyway. Just 1 is enough. And Jet Dragon, yes. And then I know I've seen competitive deck lists that only run 1 to 2 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon. I run 3, obviously. I'm a Blue Eyes fan before I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh competitive player. I'm not a competitive player, but I'm a Blue Eyes fan before I'm a proper player. So to me, it's heresy to play anything less than 3 Blue Eyes. So 3 Blue Eyes. I don't care if I brick, it's 3 Blue Eyes. I'm sorry. And then 1 copy of the Blue Eyes Chaos Maxx. Because I play Magia in this deck. So there is Magia, yes, that Magia is here, so I have a Chaos Maxx. So yep, these are my level 8 monsters. At the moment, this is my current build. It took me a while to do this video because I was trying to finalize my build. So currently, this is my final build. I was messing around a little bit. I had Alternative Dragon in this deck, but I took it out now because I really have no space for it unless I run more than 40 cards, which I don't want to. And the Alternative Dragon kind of bricks you up even more. And this deck is really kind of bricky enough the way I build it because I play 3 of this and play stuff like that. It's bricky. I play stuff like this. It's bricky enough as it is. So no Alternative Dragon in this deck. So to make it a little bit more consistent. I'm trying. So yeah. Just to quickly go through the effect. He has no effect. And then so Jet Dragon's effect is if your field or grave has a Blue Eyes White Dragon and a card on the field gets destroyed, either player's cards get destroyed. So if opponent's cards dies, or your stuff on your side dies, you specifically die, I mean destroyed. He can SP himself from your hand or from your grave. And while he's on the field, he gives a umbrella effect, protecting all cards on the field from destruction effects, except for himself. So if your opponent Raigekis you, only he dies. If your opponent Harpy Featherduster, nothing dies. As long as, he's not blank text. As long as he still has his effect. It's a passive effect, passive umbrella. All your cards on the field are protected from destruction effects, except for himself. So yeah. So also at the start of damage calculation, I believe, yes, at the start of damage step. Sorry, not damage calculation. At the start of a damage step, if this card battles, at the start of damage step, you can target 1 card on the field and return it to the hand. So that effect doesn't really come into play anymore recently. More like. What I mean is I don't rely on that to get rid of stuff, but it's there. It's nice. Not saying that the effect is not strong. It is strong, but the more important effect for him is that he can keep recurring himself and he protects your field from destruction, which is your True Light is very important to not get destroyed. Anyway, moving on now, we are at the spells. There's only 3 trap cards in this deck. Yes. Moving on to the spell, we have the healed spell. We have a light Mausoleum of Light, the field spell, very old field spell. I don't believe. Okay, it was reprinted in the structured deck, but previous reprint was the Shining Victories, I believe, very old booster pack. 1 copy of Ultimate Fusion, for obvious reasons, Blue Eyes deck. 1 copy of Polymerization. Once again, saying this for the 4th or 5th time now. You don't have to run this. I'm running this because I have a Beast Dragon in my deck, and this is tuned to play my playgroup. I'm gonna keep repeating it, just in case people scrub through the video. I just want to explain. I forgot what this is called. I believe this is something about Blue Eye Dragon, Descent of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. I think, I'm not sure. I know the other one is Saga. Yeah, I can't remember what this is called. I'm so sorry, but this is I call it the Eldritch, the Elixir spell for the Blue Eyes deck. So just 1 copy, 1/1/1 so far. These are the one-offs in the deck. Yeah, I'll just quickly go through it. Mausoleum is a field spell. It gives you +1 normal summon for level 1 Light Tuners. And when this card is sent to the grave, you can add Burst Stream of Destruction or Horobi no Bastos to Nim. Very cool name in Japanese. You may add that for your grave to your hand. What? I mean, when this card is sent to the grave, you may add that Burst Stream of Destruction from your deck to your hand. And then, yep, +1 normal summon for Light Tuners, level 1 Light Tuners specifically. And then once per turn, you may target a face-up monster on your own side of the field, and then on resolution, send a normal monster from your deck to the grave, and then that monster gains attack +100 per level of that card you send to the grave. Attack and defense. So activate this, you target a monster on your field, you send Blue Eyes White Dragon. Blue Eyes Dragon is the only normal monster in this deck. You send Blue Eyes to the grave, the targeted monster gains 800 attack and defense. That's it. It's kind of a part of the setup, right? I don't know what people call it, but it's part of the setup for you to, do your combos. Ultimate Fusion. So Ultimate Fusion is you activate this, whatever fusion monster you're trying to summon, it has to be a Blue Eyes card. Yep. 自分の手札、フィールド、墓地のモンスターを、Okay, yeah. I just want to read the double check. It has to be a Blue Eyes monster. So you return all the materials from your hand, field, or grave to the deck. It's not from your hand sent to the grave, but it's materials from your hand, field, or grave. Return them to your deck. Shuffle. Given, you have to shuffle after that. And then fusion summon. It's a quick play spell, but it's a quick play only during main phase, which is kind of awkward sometimes. But yeah, it is what it is. And then if your material includes a Blue Eyes White Dragon or Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon on the field. So if you use materials on the field that is Blue Eyes White Dragon or Alternative Dragon, you may pop a card for each that you use, I believe. Nope. Oh yeah, each that you use. So if you send 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon on your field to the back to the deck to fusion summon, you pop 3 cards on the field. Non-targeting, destroy on resolution with your fusion summon. So that's non-targeting basically. I don't really remember the effect that well because I don't actually use it that often in the way I play this deck, in the way I build this deck. I usually just return stuff from the grave. But yeah, that's a thing. So that's a fusion spell. And then Polymerization needs no introduction. This Polymerization, just different art. It's a fusion spell. Your OG fusion spell. And then I can't remember what it's called. I think it's a Descent of the Blue Eyes Dragon or something like that. But basically, I think coding, right? Yeah, coding means descent. Yeah, Descent of the Blue Eyes Dragon. Okay, Blue-Eyed Dragon, I guess. Basically, I call it, like I said, this is the Elixir of the Blue Eyes deck. You activate this, you can summon any Blue Eyes monster from your deck, from your grave, or from your banish. Yes, you can summon from banish any Blue Eyes monster in defense. But if your field doesn't have a Blue Eyes White Dragon, you can only summon Blue Eyes White Dragon. Hence, I call it the Elixir for the Blue Eyes deck. You need to summon Blue Eyes. You need to have a Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field already, and then only then you can summon any Blue Eyes monster. If not, you can use this, and then for your for your grave deck or banish, bring back. You can bring out any Blue Eyes monster, or I'm starting the starter again. So yeah, just to say it one more time, bring back you can summon any Blue Eyes monster from your deck, banish, or grave, as long as you have a Blue Eyes White Dragon in the field. But if you don't, you can only summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck, banish, or grave. stuttering a lot. I'm sorry. But yes. No. Its effect. Okay, the second effect is you may banish this from your grave, and then it's basically a polymerization. You fusion summon. Does it limit anything? Yeah, but you have to limit. Only to okay. You must use Blue Eyes monster as fusion materials, I believe. Yes. You have to use Blue Eyes fusion material. So it's a polymerization for Blue Eyes monsters specifically. So yeah. I need to check on this. I think you can summon Guardian Chimera with this. Because as long as you use the Blue Eyes monsters. I might be wrong, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But if I didn't read this wrongly, my Japanese is not perfect. If I didn't read this wrongly, your materials have to be Blue Eyes monsters. Yeah. Blue Eyes monster を含む自分の Yeah. I believe your material has to be Blue Eyes monsters, but your fusion result doesn't need to be Blue Eyes monsters. So you can use this and summon Guardian Chimera, I believe. Because it's from Hand of Field. Same. Guardian Chimera is also Hand of Field. I might be wrong, but yeah. That's why I have a Guardian Chimera in my extra deck. I mean, I play these anyway, so I can use Guardian Chimera. But yeah, I might be wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, the first few spells already taken so long. I'm sorry. We're moving on to the next few spells. 2 copies of Called by the Grave because, of course, you have to. 2 copies of Lightning Storm. Okay, Lightning Storm is optional, but I play this in my deck because in case I go second, it's a removal. Yeah, you don't play this. Like I said, competitive wise, I don't think anyone uses this, but I do. You can play 3, but I only play 2. So, yep. And then it's purely for going second, I guess, or just baiting out negates when I need to. And then that's the 2/2 off, the only double copy spell cards in my deck. I don't think these need any explanation. They're staples, I guess. And then we have 3 copies of the Saga of Blue Eyes. Yep, Saga of Blue Eyes, and 3 copies of Dark Ruler No More. Which Dark Ruler No More is basically my board breaker for going second, and which is why I play this. Also, so in my play group at least, this is very important. Very important. I'll go if my opponent makes me go second. You just build a board of like negates and stuff. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll die unless So I need this to like stop his field from stopping me playing. It's basically just modern Yu-Gi-Oh now. Anyway, Saga of Blue Eyes is the penultimate, I guess, one of the most important cards in this deck. So it replaces your old Melody of Awakening Dragon. I don't think anyone uses that anymore. Not even the casual decks anymore. This is just better. Okay, anyway. Activate this. Cost is to discard a card from your hand, and then from your deck, search for a Blue Eyes related spell. The text mentions Blue Eyes. So you can add this, you can add this, you can add this to your hand with this. So yeah, just any one of these. And then it can add itself, I believe. Yes, it can add itself, obviously. So add one of the Blue Eyes related spells, and then add a level 1 Light Tuner from your deck to your hand. Yes. Yep, level 1 Light Tuner. So this card can also add this. Basically add your White Stone Ancient, you can add any of the Sage, you can even add your Effect Veiler if you want to, and then add 2 of those in your hand. So you play this, discard 1, add 2 cards to your hand, so it's a 2 minus 2 plus 2, so it's net 0, but it's a Searcher. Very important card in your deck. And then second effect is engrave, you can banish this, target a Blue Eyes Dragon on your field. OG name Blue Eyes Dragon. Banish this from your extra deck, equip a Blue Eyes Fusion monster, I believe. Yeah, for your extra deck, equip a Blue Eyes Fusion monster to that targeted monster, and then just gives plus 400 attack. That's it. It is a setup for certain combos. We'll get to that later. I just realized I was talking about combos in this a little bit earlier, which is dragging out the time. Anyway, but yeah, so its effect. The good thing about this card's effect is it's not once per. It's once per turn each. I forgot to mention, this effect is once per turn each, so you can use a search and then use the banish effect. But the Descent of Blue Eyes is once per turn, either. So do take note of that. Either once per turn. So choose one. But this is both once per turn. So there's that. Then we're down to the traps. We have, of course, the True Light. Very important trap card in this deck. And then Dominus Purge, because modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, so Dominus Purge. You get up by 1, but I'm only playing 2 right now, because 40 card deck. True Light, just to quickly go through the effect. It's a very old card now, but I'll just do it for the sake of doing it. Activate this once per turn. You may choose one of the. It basically is the equivalent of Dark Magician's Eternal Soul, but worse. So what this does is choose one of the 2 effects. Either special summon from a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand or your grave, or you may search your deck, I believe. Yes, from your deck, set a Blue Eyes related spell or trap. Yeah, Blue Eyes related spell or trap. Set it face down. As long as that card, like how do I mention it? So as long as that card name doesn't exist on your field or in your grave, you may search for it. So basically, if you already have, let's say, Saga, right? You have one in your grave, you cannot set Saga from your deck directly. So there's a reason why they banish themselves, so they're no longer in the grave, you can set another copy. So yeah, you can only set a spell or trap that's Blue Eyes related, that is not already on your field or already in your grave. So basically, this trap cannot set itself either, because it's face up on the field. The name is there. So do take note of that, but very important, combo starter, because it searches you this. Most of the time, you search for this, most of the time. Because it's a normal spell, you can set it and straight away activate it, right? And then, let's see, the protection effect it gives your Blue Eyes White Dragon, specifically only Blue Eyes White Dragon, is that it cannot be targeted for card effects. That's really not as good as Eternal Soul. Eternal Soul is just straight up Dark Magician is unaffected by opponent's card effects. It's so much stronger, but give and take, you know. And then the third effect is the downside of this card's effect is actually, for one, it's stronger than Eternal Soul in the sense that if this face-up card in your magic spell trap zone is sent to the grave, you blow up your entire monster field. Eternal Soul, I believe, it is when it leaves the field. So even when you bounce Eternal Soul, their field blows up. This specifically has to be sent to the grave. So if your opponent banishes this or return this to your hand, your field is safe. Just there's a difference. So do take note of that. It's only when it's sent to the grave. And of course, it has to be face up and sent to the grave. If it's set and then it gets blown up, you're safe. Just don't chain it face up and then you'll be fine. Dominus Purge is basically your Imperm, Ash Blossom Imperm, Ash Perm. I don't know if there's a weird name for it. But Dominus Purge is basically Ash Blossom on a... but acts like an Imperm, I guess. So you can just activate it from your hand directly. But it's worse in the sense that after you use this card's effect, you cannot activate, for the rest of this duel, you cannot activate Dark, Water, and Fire monsters effect. The entirety of my deck, there's only one monster that's affected by this, and it's Ash Blossom. Everything else is not affected. So if I activate this, I cannot use Ash Blossom anymore. So what you should probably do is you Ash Blossom first and then use this. So just be careful. But yeah, it's basically Ash Blossom. This card is Ash Blossom. Okay, wait. It's not as good as Ash Blossom in the sense that this only stops your opponent from adding cards to their hand from their deck. If they were to special summon from their deck, or if they were to mill a card from their deck to the grave, they can still do it. Ash Blossom can stop that, but this cannot stop that. Just do note that as well. Yeah, but it's, just more disruptions, I guess. So that's the main deck for now, and let's quickly go through the extra deck. One Tyrant, one Blue Eyes Tyrant, one Guardian Chimera, one Vanilla Ultimate Dragon, one Alternative Ultimate Dragon, one Magia, 2 copies of the OG Spirit Dragon, 2 copies of the Spirit Ultimate Dragon, 1 copy of Numeron. This is just a leftover from whatever my deck used to be. I still have it in here. You don't have to play this, but I still have this. 1 copy of Numeron Dragon, 1 copy of the new, I believe it's Indigo Eye Silver Dragon. And then this is the new one. And then we have one copy of the Titanic Galaxy, one copy of Draglubion, one copy of the new Spirit Link Dragon, and one copy of SP Little Knight. It's a bit weird, I know, but this is my build. I would say this is more often than not never ever summoned, but I have had few cases where I've summoned this before. But also do take note, if you use Dominus Purge, you cannot use this card's effect anymore because it's Dark type. Be careful. Also, he cannot be activated. So yeah, I guess my extra deck, there's these two cards. If you use Dominus Purge from your hand, do take note you're shutting down these two cards as well. Although not a big impact, because these are really just like oh shit buttons, or just if you can do it, do it. But more often than not, I've never really summoned this anymore in the new build. Only in the older build. Okay, so where do I begin? Let's start with the fusion monsters, I guess. And we'll go up the era, go to Synchro, and then go to Xyz and go to Link. So for the fusion monsters, quick rundown. Tyrant Dragon, your immune to trap card monster that you have. In case you play against any like trap based deck like Labyrinth, etc. I guess he can kind of be the quote-unquote counter against that, although they can still get rid of this pretty easily. You just give him a harder time, that's all. But yeah, so immune to trap. So basically, this is immune to trap. The good thing is, this being immune to trap, if your True Light blows up, he doesn't get blown up by True Light because it's immune to traps. He can't be affected by trap cards, right? So that's that. Also, he has an additional effect, which I think rarely I used it up to this point. Only recently I started using it. Is that either his summoning meta is either you fusion summon him, the traditional fusion summoning way, which is one Blue Eyes monster, I believe. No, one Blue Eyes White Dragon plus one Dragon monster. The traditional way of summoning is just fusion, or if you have a monster on the field that is let me see. Sorry, if you have a Blue Eyes White Dragon on the field that is equipped with an extra deck monster, you may tribute that and you can special summon from your extra deck. Do take note that means this is not summoned properly, so it's not a proper fusion summon. So one way to bring him out without the traditional fusion summon is to use this card, Saga's effect. So equip a extra deck Blue Eyes monster to your Blue Eyes White Dragon, and then you can sack it, and then you can summon this deck from extra deck directly without a fusion spell. So that's one way. He can also attack all your opponent's monsters once each, and then if he inflicts bell damage, he can set a trap from your deck, from your grave back to your field. So the 3 trap cards that you can set back is these. So that's pretty nice, although pretty niche. That doesn't really come up often. I think I did have a couple of instances where I just set the Dominus Purge back to the field. So there's that. Guardian Chimera, just a why not card in my deck, because sometimes you'll never know, you might need it. You might need a draw, you might need to pop cards on your front field. OG Ultimate Dragon for the Magia summon. And then Alternative Dragon, really I don't really need this, but it's also an option which I can fuse into, or if my Magia gets removed, he can summon the alternative Ultimate Dragon. His name is such a mouthful. And then Magia is Magia, the boss monster, I guess, for Blue Eyes deck, the fusion deck. So yep, that's that for the fusion deck. We have the Spirit Dragons, 2 copies. Kinda your Disruptor as well, because he can negate effects on grave once per turn, and you can sack this card and then summon a light dragon for an extra deck. So you can just bring this out. But do take note, at the end of the turn, that card will explode. So if you bring this out, just during your opponent's turn or during your turn, you just prepare for it to die at the end of the turn. But yeah, that's about it. All I can say about it. This card is your new Omni Negate for this deck, I guess. It has an Omni Negate effect. It negates your opponent's card. Does it destroy? No, it doesn't destroy. It's only negate. So do take note, it's only negate. And then when you negate the card's effect, this card gains plus 1000 attack for this turn. So it turns into a 4500 beat stick. So it gets the Ultimate Dragon stat, basically. And when this card does die, you may special summon a Light Dragon from your grave. So you can bring him back, you can bring your Blue Eyes cards back. You can even bring the Kaiser Seahorse back as well if you want to. Also, it has a very strong effect, the passive effect, that sometimes my friends, for some reason, they keep forgetting that that's the thing, is that it prevents your cards from your grave from getting banished by your opponent. Huge deal. I have a couple of friends which love playing Bestial in their deck. It's really annoying to deal with. So sometimes they'll activate Bestial from. If this card is really on my field, they activate Bestial, like from hand. Bestial targeting Blue Eyes, and I'll be like, alright, sack. Response, no, alright, then you just bring this out, and then he's an umbrella effect, so once he's out on the field, he passively protects your grave. So the Bestial doesn't come out because it doesn't get to banish your grave. So that's that for the Synchro monsters. Numeron Dragon, because Dragulbion is in this deck. This is a classic OTK combo for rank 8, level 8 I mean. So 2 level 8 monsters to make this, then his effect is he cannot be targeted by card effects, so opponent can't imperm, can't effect this or whatever, or can't target destroy this, but regardless, that's not the main deal here. His effect is detach a material, special summon a normal monster from your extra deck, special summon, not proper summoning, so it's not an XE summon. So special summon from extra deck, so you special summon this, and then you attach Titanic XE to it as material. So yeah, his effect is special summon a numbered Xyz monster, and then attach a numbered Xyz monster to it as a material from extra deck or from grave, I believe. I think you can do it from grave first. I think even the summoning can be done from grave as well. Yeah. So you attach this, and then then use this effect, detach a material. This card attack gains 1000 for each rank on the field. So his attack usually becomes 9000 if they're the only Xyz monster on the field. If your opponent field is empty, direct attack for 9000 and you win the game. So that's just a classic OTK combo, which doesn't turn up that often anymore because of how the game works now. So that's that, and then now we have the Indigo Silver Dragon. Indigo Eye Silver Dragon, I mean. It's basically on summon all your opponent's current cards on the field on summon only. When he's XC summon, I believe. Yeah. When this card is XC summon, all your opponent's cards currently on the field that are face up all lose their effect permanently, I believe. Yes, all face up cards on the opponent's field permanently lose their effect when this card is summoned. XC summon, sorry. If this card doesn't have a normal monster in its material, this card cannot direct attack. I mean, it's a 4K. It's pretty big. You can detach a material from this card, and from your grave or from your banished zone, you can spare summon you can target a normal monster and then bring it back, and then that card gains 1000 attack. So if you have a Blue Eyes in your banished zone or on your grave, you can detach a material, target it. On resolution, summon a Blue Eyes back, and then it gains 1000 attack. I believe that 1000 attack is permanent. Yes, it's permanent as well. So pretty cool. Your normal Blue Eyes becomes a 4K attack monster. Then that's all it does. Most of the time, I'm summon this just to blank my opponent's field. That's all. I say that's all, but that's a huge deal. It baits negate. It forces my opponent's hand to negate it, and then I'll play other stuff. Titanic Galaxy is the classic. Has been in my Blue Eyes deck forever since this card existed. It's a spell negator. Once per turn negate a spell, and then that spell goes into this card as a material. Simple as that. Also, when your opponent declares an attack, you may detach a material from this card and switch the attack target over to him. And then he has a very niche effect, is when a card other than himself dies on my side, I may add a card from my deck, I believe. No, wait, where is it? 自分フィールドの他の対象はそれだけそのモンスター。Oh yeah, okay, no, it's not Zeus. What am I saying? When my other Xyz monster gets destroyed by battle by effect, I can target a Xyz monster on the field, which can include himself. Yes, and on resolution, he gains attack equal to that destroyed monster. I like I said, I had to read that because I've literally almost never used that before, but it's there. Yep, that's the Xyz monsters. And then now we move on to the Link. We have the Link Dragon, Spirit Link Dragon, and the SP Little Knight, Spirit Link Dragon, Blue Eye Spirit. Sorry, just call it Blue Eye Spirit. Just call it. I just too used to calling it the Spirit Link Dragon. But this card's name is Blue Eye Spirit, which is also your combo starter in this deck. Spell summon him. He allows you to search your deck for the Mausoleum, the field spell, add it to your hand, and then once per turn you may tribute this card and then spell summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your grave back to your field. But the monster you summon back cannot attack and has its effect negated. Yeah, okay, so you can tribute this card. And then special summon a Blue Eyes monster, not specifically Blue Eyes White Dragon, but special summon a Blue Eyes monster back, and then but that card cannot attack and doesn't have abilities. I mean, the effects are negated. It has abilities, but its effects are negated. So really important combo starter as well. I'll get into the combos later. And then SP Little Knight is SP Little Knight. It's disruptor, I guess, or you're forcing your opponent to do stuff. I won't get too much into it, because really I almost never summon that card nowadays. Alright, this video has gone on long enough, so I'll quickly try and wrap this up as quickly as possible with the important card combos. So you have this, I guess you kind of have this as well. It's not really part of the combo, but he's there. This is, just in case, right? That's about it, I guess. Like, I just go through the important cards quickly. So as I was saying earlier on, this card very important. So imagine your hand doesn't have any of these. Your hand is him, and then some other stuff that's clogging your hand. So you normal summon him. Normal summon him. Then you can link into this card. So you just link him away. Summon this in the link zone. Then when this card is sent to the grave, so there's two chains, right? One is this, one is this. This allows you to add the Mausoleum from your deck to your hand, and this allows you to send a Blue Eyes related card from a Blue Eyes related monster specifically from your deck to the grave. So depending on which is the higher priority at the moment, generally if you're doing this, it's probably higher priority, so you might want to do chain 1, chain 2, so you can chain block this, so your opponent can't ash this. So let's do this. If you want to ash it, sure, you don't get your Mausoleum, but if he doesn't ash it, you get this in your hand. And then this card effect triggers, and then you send this out. This has happened to me a couple of times already. I didn't draw this. So with this effect, I'll send this from my deck to the grave. So she's now in my grave. So now this is in my hand as well. This is like the shit case scenario where you just, you need your combo starting. So this is really a one card starter. Just want to let you know that. So activate this, because of course, use as effect, send a normal monster from your deck to your grave. Generally, you'll probably be wondering, alright, your opponent probably has some form of interruption at this point, some sort of hand trap, which is, true, but generally if I only draw into this, I probably have at least one Called by the Grave in hand or some other kind of this plays in my hand. So let's just say they hand trap me, I probably have this, I'll just just do this. Anyway, use this effect targeting him, and then you send a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck to the grave, and then he gains Android attack, completely irrelevant. Use his effect, send him to the grave, targeting the Blue Eyes in your grave, to bring your Blue Eyes White Dragon back. And then when that happens, her effect will trigger. Because you summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon, she'll bring herself back. Oh, and what happens when she's on the field? You can send her to the grave, and then bring back this, and bring this out from your deck, right? So when you send her to the grave, and then you bring this out. So with this out on the field, what you do is you activate this card's effect from your deck. You set this directly onto the field, and then you activate this. You discard a card from your hand, whatever it is. You just ditch one. Maybe it's this. I don't know. You ditch one, and then you search for a actually maybe I don't know, whatever it is. You ditch something, and then you add this to your hand, and then you add probably the Descent to your hand, right? Depending on what's in your hand. Maybe you can add this. Either one of this. Maybe the card you ditched was a Blue Eyes Chaos Maxx Dragon. So let's just say the card you ditched was a Blue Eyes Chaos Maxx Dragon. Okay, this is the deck. you can ditch a. I mean, activation of this, you discard a card from your hand. Perfect scenario. I mean, perfect is depends. Well, let's say you add this 2 to your hand, right? So this is still in the deck. Let's pretend these cards are in the deck. So add this 2 to your hand, and then you really just have something going on here now. You just banish this, equip the blue eyes to him, and then let's say this is banished, and then there's multiple things you can do here. Normal summon him. You prepare for the next turn. Maybe you add a. Prepare for one turn. Maybe you can add a effect ability to your hand, and you'll be like thinking like, all right, you can. Okay, so there's 2 things you can do here. Either you tribute these 2 to bring this out, if you know what you're playing against your opponent. But first turn, you usually don't do that. So usually what you probably do is you would synchro here. You synchro and then you bring out the Spirit Dragon, right? The equipment card will get sent to the grave when the equipped monster is also sent to the grave. So now, hey, look, you got Chaos Maxx and you got Ultimate Dragon in your grave. What do? You'll activate this, then you send this back to the deck. You send this back to the deck, and then you fusion summon Magia. And then this is a just a very simple version of what if that you can do, right? So you can do this. Oh yeah, I normal summon the Sage again because this gives you +1. I forgot to mention. This gives you +1 normal summon for Light Tuner. So there's that. So yep, you have a Magia and then you have a, maybe don't put in extra monsters on. You have a Magia and you have a Spirit Dragon. So that's kind of like a lowdown of like maybe what you can do. Like a simple, if you do not have any of the starting cards in your hand, that this one card started this entire thing. So just let that sink in. It's not even a perfect scenario, yeah, because you had to like go through a lot of stuff. It would have been a slightly better scenario if you had other starters in your hand, right? And then you could just special summon this when there was a Blue Eyes on your field. And then you can synchro, instead of synchroing into this, you could make this. You have a Omni Negate that's kind of permanent on your field. So now you have 2 Omni Negates and 1 effect ability in your hand, and maybe even a Dominus Purge in your hand, I don't know. So just a very quick lowdown on the Blue Eyes build. Just want to quickly go through this. As you can see my deck, I do understand the competitive side for this deck. I don't have it in this deck because I actually put it, like I said, casual, play with my friends, the environment I'm in, I can play my deck like this and still be fine with it. I have the other ingredients in my Whitewood Azamina deck here. If you guys want me to do a deck profile on this, I guess I could go through it. I'm still learning to go through this, learning to play this deck properly. So, do know that the build, I play weird stuff like this, might not be ultimate. So, yeah. But anyway, I was getting to you see this in this deck? That means yes, the extra deck for my Whitewood Azamina has the Crimson Dragon build. So I know the Blue Eyes deck, the proper Blue Eyes deck, quote unquote proper, runs the Crimson Dragon build. So you summon into your legendary 12-star monsters. So it's gonna do a very quick, very brief on if you play Blue Eyes with the Crimson Dragon. So this is a 12-star summon, right? So 12-star summon equals to this equals to your Neo Kaiser plus a level 8 monster. You can synchro into this. Let's say this card's not on the field. You can synchro into this, right? And then you get another level 8 monster on the field with a level 1 tuner on the field. Not difficult to do. You can definitely do this very easily in one turn. You do this, you synchro, and then you synchro and you make where's my Spirit Dragon? Hold up. You do this and you synchro into your Spirit Dragon, right? Level 1 monster plus a level 8 monster. This too, whatever it is, to synchro into this. Using effect, tribute itself, summon this. By the end of turn, this card was supposed to be destroyed, but we'll get there. So you send this to the grave to summon this. activate Crimson Dragon's effect, bounce it back into your extra deck, and then it allows you to summon any 12-star monster from your extra deck. 12-star dragon, excuse me. Okay, not specifically 12-star. I think it specifically says 9 level 7 above, like dragon synchro monster, sorry. And it's actually a proper synchro summon. So you activate its effect, target this, bounce it back to your hand. Bounce it back into the extra deck, and then let's say you summon Stardust Sephiroth Dragon, right? And then from here on out, you can just do your typical Blue Eyes combo, I guess. So the difference is, with this card on your field, when you supposedly end your turn, this card will be destroyed, right? Because of Spirit Dragon's effect. But no, Sephiroth Dragon prevents this card from being destroyed once per turn. So, yeah, you just got this for free now, with whatever else you have comboed into. Maybe you have a Magia on your field as well. Maybe you have a Magia on your field as well. And then you have your Effect Veilers in your hand, and yada yada, whatever. So this is the quote-unquote, the better combo. Not quote-unquote, it is the better combo than currently what I'm playing, because this stuff is in my Whitewood Azamina deck, so I don't have access of it in my Blue Eyes deck at the moment. But yeah, just want to quickly let you guys know the more stronger build, I guess. But yeah, anyway, this video has gone on long enough. If you guys want me to go through my Whitewood Azamina deck, probably could, I guess. But just let me know, then I'll try and find time to do a video for it. But this deck is built in a weird way as well. Like I said, it's built to play in my current play group, so it's not the best. But I guess I could probably do the thing where, like, okay, maybe you can do this instead of doing what I'm doing now. Anyway, yeah. I'm gonna stop yapping now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this was educational enough. Just me yapping for like almost an hour. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Probably be back soon with another video. I think there's a Pokemon release, something coming up soon. Yeah. Maybe we'll see you then. Then yeah. Oh yeah, next week is the release of Supreme Darkness, so maybe I'll do a box opening video for that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, do let me know your comments. Any questions, feel free to ask. I'll reply them as soon as I can. So yeah, take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys again next time. Bye bye.